Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Coaxium Cantina. I'm Benjamin,
And I'm Hayden.
and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the cast of the Kenobi show that has been revealed on Instagram, well, on Star Wars, Instagram, Twitter, everything. About what was it? 5 hours ago? A few hours ago?
I can confirm 5 hours ago.
Oh, 5 hours ago then.
Yeah.
So the cast has been revealed. We're going to be discussing things as to who people are playing and who we think people are playing. So yeah, this is the cast list. Again, I am shocking with names, so if I mispronounce any of these names, I apologise.
This is why I sit back and just listen, guys.
Yeah, he lets me take all the embarrassment. Now, I don't know how to pronounce his first name. I think it's something like Ewan McGregor. Now, the second name is also Hayden Christensen. I just punched the wall now.
Okay.
The next one is
Random.
Moses Ingram. The next one is Joel Edgerton. Bonnie PSE? You're probably right, to be honest. Oh god.
Kumali Najani?
You know what, guys? I think this photo that I'm looking at right now will be the photo that's on the video. So if you're on the video, you'll have no problem. If you're on the podcast, just look it up.
Yeah.
Then we have Indira Varma, Rupert Friend, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Sung Kang, Simeone Kessel. She belongs in the start as well.
Damn you.
And
You beat me
Benny
by 1 second.
Safdie. And the one I didn't pronounce, Kamal Nanjiani? Something like that. Now, obviously, Ewan McGregor is playing the only Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hayden Christensen is obviously playing Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. Well, either or. Now, literally, as we were about to come on, I decided, you know what, I'm going to look up these actors, see if they were in anything that I've watched before. And we had I think both me and you had our
Face moment.
Yes, it was a face moment, but it was like our plan on who we think is playing who.
Yeah.
And we both went, I think we were both thinking of Owen Lars as Joel Edgerton.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've heard of him before. I swear he's in something. So I looked him up, and yes, he was Owen Lars in episode 2. So yeah, I would imagine Joel Edgerton is playing Owen Lars. And same with Bonnie PSC. She is playing Aunt Beru because she also played Aunt Beru in episode 2 and I think episode 3.
That's 4 people down already.
So yeah, we got 4 people. Now, from what I know, none of the other actors are confirmed to have a character yet.
Mm.
So are there any other actors that you think play characters that we already know?
Well, I wouldn't say biased. I wasn't really a big fan of the film, but Rupert Friend is Agent 47, Hitman. Whilst I hated the film, the action was amazing.
Yeah.
And he played Agent 47 pretty well. So I'd say a bounty hunter for him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He has that Pedro Pascal vibe from just what I'm looking at the picture. I don't know. I feel like he has a Pedro Pascal vibe.
Now, which bounty hunter, on the other hand, is open to interpretation? I want to say something like either Dengar or Bosk.
Well, there's technically no villain that is obvious for this Kenobi series.
Yeah, we still don't even know Hayden's point on it. We don't know what that's going to be like.
Well, yeah, because I don't think they. Well, they said rematch the century. However, I don't think Obi-Wan and Vader are actually going to fight
Yeah.
because that would ruin what happens in Episode 4. At the same time, I don't think that Maul and Kenobi are going to fight either.
Yeah, because we would have seen Ray Park otherwise.
Well, we'll get on to the actors that are missing in a minute. But, you know, it kind of ruins what happens in Rebels then. So, there's no obvious villain. So they're probably going to make a new villain, right? I won't be surprised if one of these guys, I don't know, is a Tusken Raider or something.
Well, I don't know, because Indira Varman, or however you say the name, like I said earlier, I believe she was in Game of Thrones, so, and with Rupert Friend as well, these are all quite big names, so to sideline them as Tusken Raiders might be...
Well, yeah, but, you know, it's the most Star Wars thing that Star Wars could do, isn't it?
Yeah, true, but I still probably wouldn't go as far as sidelining them.
Bridging onto that point, the only other actor that I've seen this on the internet, is that, again, I'm going to butcher this name, but Indiara, that's not how you pronounce that, Varma, you know who I'm on about. She is apparently playing, Satine.
Oh.
That is who, because before this cast list even came out, people were, I think it even like reached IGN or Rotten Tomatoes, something like that. So it's credible sources.
Yeah.
That she was playing Satine, and now that she's confirmed in the cast list, I would say it's almost confirmed. Well, not confirmed, but it's pretty likely that she's playing Satine then.
I was going to say, I think, like, when the announcement was earlier, there was a lot of coverage on her being part of the cast, and we didn't know what role she was going to be in, so I was a bit confused, but can I see her as Satine? I don't know, I guess I can see it.
You know, actors can, take their hair and make it a different colour, put a wig on, things like that. That's what they're paid to do.
Well, they're paid to act.
Well,
the makeup people are the one who gets paid to do that.
Shocking. But if that woman, I'm saying that woman because I can't pronounce her name for the life of me, is playing Satine, then I think that pretty much confirms flashbacks.
Yeah.
Because obviously Satine has got a lightsaber hole in her chest. Someone else who has a lightsaber hole in his chest is, or more his guts, is Mr. Liam Neeson doesn't have it, but Qui-Gon Jinn, who is played by Liam Neeson, who is not on this list.
I'm missing. So is that hinting to a surprise introduction at some point?
Possibly. Because I feel like, I mean, there was interviews that he's been doing, and he's like, I have no idea what the Kenobi show even is. And I don't know, I just feel like if he had nothing to do with it, he would at least know what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like he's playing the I have no idea, I don't even know what this is card.
I mean, that's the hope, at least. Maybe he genuinely has no clue, but I'd like to believe.
I think from what I've seen, he's I don't want to say a Star Wars fan, but he's
still an active liker.
Involved, not involved, but he follows it from what I've seen. So I think it's quite unlikely, especially that it's a Kenobi show.
Yeah.
It's quite unlikely that he would have no idea what's going on.
And plus, you know, if we did a thing on this ages ago, if he's not in, that's just completely getting rid of a key point from Revenge of the Sith. So.
Yeah. I mean, but it's interesting that Owen Lars and Aunt Beru. I mean, I would have assumed that they would be in it anyway. But
Yeah.
it's interesting that they are in it. Another thing I don't see is Sebastian Stan. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine if they revealed Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker?
But then how would that work in a Kenobi show? Because he'd be an older.
Well, he'd be like a teenager. I'm not sure if Sebastian Stan could pass off as a teenager, but
de-aging, I think.
yeah.
If you
de-age Sebastian Stan, that's better than de-aging Mark Hamill. So,
true.
Or it's less work, I would guess.
Do you think he'd ask to go to Toshi Station to pick up some power converters?
Imagine if not Ewan McGregor, but imagine if Obi-Wan goes to Toshi Station.
I mean, it's a possibility. There's nothing saying he can't.
I'm really interested though with this rematch of the century, because while it sounds good, like Anakin versus Obi-Wan Part 2, yes please. While it sounds good, I don't really want it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It creates a plot hole.
Yeah, it breaks what's there in episode 4. But on a serious note from Sebastian Stan, do you think that maybe not from these actors looking at them, but do you think that Luke Skywalker will be in it? And if so, what age range? Hold on, isn't it? I think they confirmed the date of it, actually. Something like 5 years after Revenge of the Sith. 10 years.
I'm going to assume with that comment, then, that he'd be between 5 or 10 years old.
How long... Hold on, I'm looking it up. How long is Kenobi show after Revenge of the Sith? I've worded that horribly. 10 years after the dramatic events of Revenge of the Sith. So he would be about 10 years old. 10... Yeah. 10-ish.
He'd be in the same situation as, are you an angel?
God, I hope not. Imagine the plot twist that Hayden Christensen is actually playing Luke Skywalker.
I would have many problems with that, and I think you would too.
Yes, I would. But just imagine the plot twist. Well, he is Anakin's son.
I'm actually trying to comprehend. Yeah, no, that's an interesting one.
I would say out of these actors that are confirmed, I would say that probably Rupert Friend, probably the most likely for Luke Skywalker. But I don't think he's the right age.
I don't think any of these guys would be Luke.
Or it would be a child. I'll tell you who would be an amazing Luke Skywalker at 10 years old. And as I say that, I forget his name. You know the guy in Jojo Rabbit?
Oh, yeah.
The main actor in Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, Jojo.
Something Yates? No, that's the other one. Griffin Davis. Something like that?
I'm not sure.
Roman Griffin Davis, that's the one. I think he would make a brilliant Luke Skywalker as a young Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I thought he was quality in Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, same.
And, you know, like the scar that he had, I was like, you know what, that is young Anakin. Obviously it's young Luke that we're talking about, but, you know, Luke Anakin, same thing. No, it's not. But, you know, that would be my choice for a young Luke Skywalker.
I see.
It would be pretty cool, though.
It would, but it's a difficult one because we don't know how much attention they're going to be playing to Luke, because obviously he's a key point.
Yeah.
But it's obviously meant to be around Obi-Wan.
Yeah, just because Lars and Beru is there doesn't mean like they're the main characters in it.
Yeah.
Now, this might just be me being a numpty, which is likely, but it's interesting how that Moses Ingram is like above Joel Edgerton and Bonnie. I'm not pronouncing this name.
Oh, what
No,
you're thinking? They've done it in kind of
I
like.
don't know if they have done it in like priority order, but
I don't know. I can see why you'd say that. But then that raises attention. Like, who could Kamali be? Because if Indira is
we're so
Satine,
good at
I
this.
can't pronounce. Okay,
Neither can I.
If she's going to be Satine, then
Yeah.
it does actually look like they're doing this in a priority rating. So
Yeah.
God, that's a difficult one.
I'm trying to think what other character. Obviously, all of these characters that aren't already, all of these actors that aren't already assigned to characters, they could be completely new characters and whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else could be in their show that's.
Well, I mean, already pointing out the obvious, as we are doing flashbacks, I want to bring attention back to Maul because Ray Park on his Instagram was doing a lot of Maul, like in hair and makeup kind of shit.
That was before, because this hasn't actually entered production yet. I thought it had, but it hasn't. That's why they've released this. I think it says that, like, the Instagram caption says it's entering production now in April.
Production begins soon.
So people think that that's the Cassian Andor show rather than the Kenobi show.
I see.
But I would severely hope that this isn't the full cast list, because
we're missing out quite on.
And that there is a couple of secret actors that aren't in there for a reason. By a couple, I mean one. Or maybe two, if you include Yoda.
Do you think Yoda would be in it?
What, like the voice?
Ah, yeah, no, fair enough.
But yeah, maybe one of them's Ki-Adi-Mundi. And on that note,
you've stumped me there, Benjamin. Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yep, he is dead, but I do not care.
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yep.
I mean, a flashback maybe, but is Ki-Adi-Mundi really a high priority?
Can you imagine if Rupert Friend, after saying, "Oh, he's Agent 47," he ends up being Ki-Adi-Mundi?
I mean, it would definitely subvert our expectations.
Yeah, definitely.
That is one of the most random people I've ever heard you point attention to.
You never know, maybe Ki-Adi-Mundi and Obi-Wan Kenobi back in the Jedi Temple days were best friends.
Maybe they were.
Ki-Adi-Mundi did recommend Kenobi for Utapau.
He did.
BFFs there.
I suppose so.
No, you don't suppose.
We'll
deep down,
We'll go with that. Oh, Christ.
Next podcast episode, why Ki-Adi-Mundi is best friends with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I'd take that. I might as well just have, like, I'll get a cider or something and just start drinking, get blackout drunk, and then we'll have that as our topic.
Oh, God. You know that the podcast's gone downhill when we start doing that.
Yeah. Also, drink responsibly, guys.
Yes, 18 plus. Anyway, begambleaware.com. No, that's gambling. That's gambling. Oh my
from
goodness.
Ki-Adi-Mundi
How have we gone from
gambling.
Obi-Wan Kenobi cast to begambleaware.com?
Oh, God. This is what you guys sign up for. This is the content that you desire.
I'm pretty sure this is the opposite to what they sign up.
I think. I don't know.
This is the complete opposite to what they sign up for.
Right. And on that note...
Anyway, Let us know any thoughts that you have on any actors that are playing characters. Again, I apologize for any names that have been mispronounced, and I apologize that
We're idiots.
yeah, basically. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching / listening.
Christ.
So yeah, goodbye.
Bye, guys.